Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome back into WTIM, your information station. Time for the WTIM morning show. Thanks so much to the sponsors of the live stream, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. On the line, we have Sasha Young, superintendent at Central A&M School District. How are you doing, Sasha?
Good morning. I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing super well, and as I'm thinking about it, school is wrapping up here. When was your guys' last day?
Our students' last day was Monday, and our teachers' last day was yesterday.
Amazing. So everyone's
We are
off.
officially on summer break. Yep.
Officially on summer break. That is cause for celebration in and of itself there, but we want to learn all about the student celebrations leading into the next year. And of course, your full first year as superintendent at Central A&M School District. It's been really great hearing about all the sports and all the celebrations you guys have had academically throughout the year. It's just been a really great one. And before we even get going on that, what is the thought for, does it just kind of how the days work out where you came back for that last Monday? You guys couldn't end it on a Friday?
Yeah, we actually had our finals on Friday and Monday.
Wow.
It was kind of just set up with the calendar from last year. We work on that calendar and usually have it approved in February or March, and that's just how it worked out when Dr. Heck created the calendar. And so, yeah, graduation was last weekend.
Awesome.
So we celebrated all of our seniors on Friday night. Also on Friday night, we had our girls softball team was playing in the regional championship at Casey Westfield. So our graduation actually got bumped back a half an hour just to let our softball players make it back in time for graduation. So Friday was kind of an exciting day around here.
My goodness.
Yeah, we ended our school year on a high note. I couldn't be any more happier.
That is really, really awesome to hear there. And it's funny, the graduation, what was the class number? How many people graduated this year, if you know that off the top?
We graduated 55 students this year.
5 students. So I think about the logistics of moving that back 30 minutes. The 55 students, I'm pretty sure it wasn't too hard for them to get on board with that.
No, not at all.
That's perfect.
We actually started communicating it out to our community and parents and families early on Thursday, letting them know that the game was happening and that our softball players would have to travel from Casey Westfield. So that was going to possibly put us back here later than we would like. So Friday morning, the decision was made that we would just bump it back a half hour, and that was plenty. We did have one senior who did play softball that night, so she was able to get back and clean up and be ready for graduation. So
that is awesome. I'm sure she was very, very happy to have that accommodation made. And congratulations to all these seniors that graduated this year over at Central A&M School District. Unbelievable there. Talk to me about the graduation ceremony. It's always just an amazing day, no matter where you are. What did you see? And did you expect everything you saw? Do we have any band performances? What was going on out there?
We did have our band did perform
Cool.
In the middle of our graduation ceremony. We heard from our valedictorian and our salutatorian, and they both gave great speeches, tidbits of funny and tidbits of serious, but overall very, very well prepared speeches. The graduation ceremony here at Central A&M is much more personal than some of the other ceremonies that I've been to. I will tell you, it made me very proud to sit through that ceremony and hear all of the things that just make up Central A&M community as a whole, all the things that the community has celebrated with our seniors. Part of my small speech was just to thank the people who were in the room for supporting the kids who were graduating and for their entire school career and beyond. It was an amazing turnout. Lots of people came to celebrate the seniors, and the whole ceremony was moving. It was good.
It's really great to hear, and yet another positive factor of having a class of 55 graduated. You can take that little extra time, maybe even note something about each kid. I graduated with 1,000 students, and it felt like that was just a revolving door of caps and gowns going through for a 3-hour period. So I would much rather have a 55 graduating class where many people out in the community, like you were talking about there, people with maybe not even students that were graduating that just want to be there to support. Were you seeing some of that?
We did, absolutely. We saw, parents, grandparents, people that were church members together with some of the seniors, and friends of friends, and all kinds of people just come out and celebrate our seniors. It was it was a packed house.
Just so awesome. Talking about graduation right now with Sasha Young, superintendent for Central A&M School District. The kids were off on Monday. The teachers were off on Tuesday. Now everybody's off over there. Let's talk some end of the year celebration stuff. Who was recognized, and then what were you guys doing?
Yeah, so last week, or 10 days ago
Yeah.
or so, we celebrated our seniors with scholarships and awards,
Cool.
and that's always exciting to hear, who is going to end up going where, and where they've been called to do trade schools and all of the things. So we spent the morning doing that. Yesterday, we started something a little bit different for our district. I wanted to celebrate our staff and our teachers, so I actually gave out some career milestone awards. They were just little pins, but for teachers who have served in our school district for 20, 25, 30, and 35 years.
Wow.
So they were recognized at our end of the year breakfast, as were our 4 retirees this year. All of them have more than 30 years of teaching under their belts too. So it was nice to celebrate the adults. I know our community and our school district does a really good job of celebrating our students every day. And so it was nice to put a little love back into the teachers.
Yeah, with quite a few personnel with so many years under their belts, it really gave
Mhm.
you a good opportunity to recognize them. And that's the type of thing that will make you come back for another year, being recognized. Is this a thing that happens yearly, or is this something that Sasha Young, superintendent, wanted to throw this year?
Well, this was something I wanted to do. I've
Yeah.
had experience with it in other districts, and I just think it just really makes people feel like what they do matters. And
100%.
so there may have been times when Central A&M has done something like this, but this was just my spin on it, and it was just something that I really thought would end the year on a high note.
Sure. I'm sure the staff and the teachers were very appreciative of that. A great way to kick off things into the summer there. And you talked a little bit about scholarships and awards for these graduating seniors this year.
Yeah.
What is the mix of trade schools and 4-year colleges? Do you know that off the top of your head? What is it looking like?
I don't know the percentages
Sure.
off the top of my head, but we did have several different areas of what's next. I would say
Sure.
we have a few going straight into the military.
Wow.
We have a couple that are going into trade schools, like lineman, electrician, and we had one that was mentioned like an auto mechanics type of trade school.
Wow.
And then all of the junior colleges and universities that were mentioned. So I'd say quite a fair mix of all the things, and you have people who are currently working full time and going to school, then they're just going to continue working full time. So
Sure.
that, that's a plan too.
It's interesting to hear around here all the different paths that students will choose to take, just because they're really none are shut down. Kind of seems like where I came from, back up north, 4-year university or junior college. Those were kind of your 2 options. Around here, a lot of kids have already had an early start in trades work of some kind. It's been really cool to hear their passions come to fruition like that. You have any cool conversations with seniors talking about what they're going to do after their high school?
I like to talk about like what's next and what do they want to do. And sometimes when I have short conversations, I'm just ready to be done with school. Like there's not really like a huge plan laid out before them. And then other people, they know where they want to go and they know how long they're going to be there and what they're going to come away with, in their hands when they are done with that. So we have a lot of students who give back to the community. And they may go away for college, but they'll probably end up back here doing great things right here in our community once they finish. So it's exciting to see of all the different paths that are available and all the different opportunities that graduating seniors have.
That's a very inspiring thing to hear when you hear about a student that is going to go off, maybe get an education, but they do have plans to return home. And maybe even if they don't, just good to hear that they have a pathway set up for them. They're going to continue either education or work out in the workforce. Sasha Young, time for us to take a short time out. But we're going to be back with Sasha, superintendent of Central A&M School District. We're going to talk about next school year, because it's never too early to start talking about that. And of course, a little bit more with Sasha Young. You've been listening to the WTIM morning show right here on WTIM, your information station. We will be right back.
Your information station, WTIM.
Does your bank offer rewards on your qualified signature-based debit card purchases? If not, then we need to talk. Hi, my name is Jeff Grimmett with People's Bank and Trust. Join the growing number of our customers who are earning cash back on all qualified debit card purchases. You already use your debit card now. Make it work for you with Save by Spending. Rewards from People's Bank and Trust. Earning rewards is as easy as shop, sign, and save. Call 888-PBT-1954 and find out more about our Save by Spending rewards program today. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hello, this is Bill Pinkston, General Sales Manager at Landmark of Taylorville. Stop in today and take advantage of the springtime savings with 2.9% financing for 72 months available on Chevy Silverado 1500 models. Or you can get up to $6,000 in rebates on select GMC Sierra 1500 models. Plus, we have the best selection of new inventory we have seen in years. Looking for a pre-owned model? We have over 350 pre-owned vehicles in our family dealerships. And I still want your trade-in. I will buy your vehicle whether you buy from us or not. Shop us day or night at landmarkoftaylorville.com. And remember,
You always do better at Landmark.
Applications for residency are now being accepted at Rolling Meadows Senior Living in Taylorville. Enjoy a comfortable lifestyle in a small community. Rolling Meadows offers seniors 62 and older round-the-clock maintenance, controlled access, large kitchens with full-size appliances, on-site laundry, and Wi-Fi in common areas. Located close to shopping and dining, schedule a tour today. Rolling Meadows is sponsored by Lutheran Social Services of Illinois and funded through U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development and Federal Bank of Chicago. Rolling Meadows is an equal housing opportunity provider.
If you're 40 and over, you'll recognize these artists by their first names. Frank, Dean, Sammy, Andy, Nat, Diana, Michael. Well, here's the big news. You can now hear Central Illinois' largest music library with over 3,500 songs on air and online at 965thechill.com. Tune in on the FM dial in Christian County and on your computer or smartphone. Hear these great artists and many more 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on 965thechill.com.
It's no secret that employers are having a difficult time hiring qualified personnel, whether full or part-time. The Miller Media Group wants to help you, the employer, to find the candidates you're looking for. That's why we've created IllinoisJobPost.com. That's IllinoisJobPost.com. This website is part of a broad radio and internet employment campaign available through the Miller Media Group. Contact your account manager or email sales@randyradio.com for more information. IllinoisJobPost.com is where we put the power of radio and the internet to attract prospective candidates.
Craig's Realtors did it again. Owner Steve Craig's here. With over $39 million sold from 245 transactions last year, we continue again as the market leader. Click on my icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Find out about all the products and services offered by Dan Rizzo, your American Family Insurance agent in Taylorville, by clicking their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome back into WTIM, your information station. I'm your host, Tim Zalabak of the WTIM Morning Show. Thank you so much to the sponsors that make the stream possible, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. We've been speaking with Sasha Young, superintendent for Central A&M School District. That first half, we talked about the 55 graduating students, the seniors over there, wishing them a big congratulations, and some end-of-the-year celebrations. It's all been really cool stuff with scholarships and awards. Now, like I said, you can't start talking about the next school year too early. Let's talk 2024-2025 school year. Sasha, what's first up on your mind?
So we have a couple of things happening in August that are exciting and new for us. We're organizing a new teacher orientation for new teachers and new staff to get familiar with the district, understand some of that beginning of the year paperwork and how things can be expected to go. Obviously, when you're in education, you never really know how things are going to go, right. But I'm hoping that it will add a piece of familiarity to new staff and give them some skills to know who to ask, know where to go, those types of things, starting out in a new place. Yeah. We also will be adding a piece of formal mentoringship. We haven't done that here in the district, and I think it's important when a new teacher comes either brand new out of university or to us as from a different district. It's nice to pair them up formally with someone that can be their go-to when it comes to classroom management questions, instructional questions, where might I find this? I'm out of this in my classroom. Where might I find this? Just kind of be that person for them. I think it helps start a relationship between a new teacher and maybe a veteran teacher, and building those connections human to human will be so helpful for anyone new in education or just in a new place.
Yeah.
So both of those are new in August. We also are offering a training. One of our teachers is trained with the Institute for Multisensory Education, and she will be doing a training on Orton Gillingham, which basically is just giving kids the power of literacy, right? Learning how to read, how to take that reading and learn from the reading. So it goes hand in hand with the new Illinois literacy plan that came out last year, and we're just excited. We're going to have teachers of grades 3 through 6 from our own district attending, and we will also allow for some signups from other area districts. So if other areas would like to send some of those elementary to middle school age teachers, they can get it on this training as well.
Wow.
That will also happen in August before school starts.
Yeah.
So
Very,
the
very,
big summer.
yeah, very busy August right there. But all the things you just talked about, such great things. Let's talk new teacher orientation there, and kind of link that with this teacher mentoring program, because
Yeah.
I feel teaching has so many different challenges. We all know that, but it's one of those occupations that is constantly changing year after year, and just getting that getting that mentor behind you. And you mentioned even finding supplies, things as little as that. You have questions pop up every day. Is this this is a new initiative for a Central A&M school district?
Well, I think it's been around a long time,
Cool.
in the state. Different schools have implemented it at different rates. It's something that we haven't done here yet because I just think that maybe we just don't have a lot of new staff every year. We have a lot of really good retention in our district. But as we're seeing more retirees, I mentioned, we had 4 retirees this year. So we're going to go through the next 3 years or so where we have several people retiring each year. So this is going to become even more important, moving through the next few years. While I don't think it is necessary everywhere all the time, I think it is a good opportunity, and I'd like to grab a hold of that opportunity and make it something we do here, and just one more thing we do well.
Totally. Yeah.
Support the new people coming in, give them a sense of purpose and belonging, and build up, our retention again. So
building those relationships outside of the classroom, it'll make you more confident with your students, I'm sure, just being comfortable in the building you're at. And of course, with a tighter knit community, Moequa and Central A&M, you have to learn your parents. You have to learn, if you're not from around, you might have to learn some of the intricacies of all of that. Is that another way where a mentor can help?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I foresee this mentorship being a really good, solid foundation to get to know the community as well as the students and the parents, and just kind of build those connections. I can go to my mentor and ask, where do I find this? But I can also go and say, hey, I'm really struggling with this situation or this classroom management style. Do you have a tip for me? And the kids because you've been here forever.
Yeah.
So is there something that works with this student that I haven't tried yet? Can you help me figure out how to reach them? So I think it's really important to build the relationship between the long-term teachers with the new teachers, because it provides historical information,
Totally.
that will help the new teachers do their job that much better.
You can't go to Google to find a lot of the answers that these teachers might have.
That's true.
It's just not one of those things.
Yeah.
So you really need that experience, like you
That's-
said. And Sasha, in our last minute here, if you want to do just a few more words on the training, I'm not even going to try to butcher that last name, but I believe you said Norton training. You said it does come at a cost, but it can be really beneficial to some teachers.
Absolutely. So it's based on the Institute for Multisensory Education,
Okay.
because we know that students learn in multiple ways.
Yeah.
It doesn't work as well as it used to just put a book in front of a child and ask them to read it.
Right.
We have to kind of grab onto all their senses to help them understand
Sure.
how to read and why it's important to understand how the words are supposed to sound and how when we put words together, it might change the sound. And so all of those things are important when it comes to reading instruction. I think in the state of Illinois, it's really important right now that we get a really good handle on how to teach kids how to read and how to use that reading to learn. So this is just a great training for teachers to give them some more tools for their toolbox
Without a
as we
doubt.
start a new year. Yeah.
Sasha, we are out of time, but thank you so much, and congratulations to you on your first year of superintendent in the books
Thank
here.
you.
Absolutely.
It flew by.
It flew by for me, and I'm sure it did for you. You're always busy over there. Sasha Young, superintendent at Central A&M School District. Always thank her for stopping by here. And this has been the WTIM Morning Show right here on WTIM, your information station.
Really hard hit. Number of fatalities reported there, along with multiple injuries and considerable property damage. Israel is outraged about